that there was a lady, crazy lady, in there just talking to herself. Well, that's what I do every time I go into Goodwill, for the most part. The same thing. Talking to myself. Hi guys, it's Misty. If you're new here, my name is Misty, and I'm a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I also own a brick and mortar antique store in Bedford, Indiana called Wildflower Antiques. This video is something that I've struggled with because a lot of the footage that I had taken while I was thrifting is no longer on my phone. I don't know what happened to it. I've deleted it, and so we're left with just little bits and pieces. And I've included them on this video, but they're not that great. So now it's time for the haul, and we'll hope that it's a little bit better. And like I said in the video, we were visiting my daughter for her birthday at her college. There is several thrift stores there that we like to go to, so we kind of make it a little bit of a buying trip and a visit trip all in one. Though the thrift store that I was super excited about going to, which is the Worldwide Missions, which was the biggest thrift store I have ever seen in my entire life. And I keep saying that it's a thrift store. It's a consignment store. And I know that there's a difference, but it was huge. It was as big as a Walmart huge. And when we went, we kind of stumbled upon it the first time, and it was 50% off day. And so it was a little crazy. And we got a lot of stuff. I didn't get a lot of stuff this time, and I wasn't that impressed with it this time. So I don't know. I mean, I'll go to it again. But it seemed like they still had a lot of the same stuff in the hard good areas, because I'm trying to get out of the clothing game, guys. As you know, I've been talking about I'm breaking up with Poshmark after fourth quarter. I'm only going to stick with items of clothing to sell on eBay and Mercari that are either vintage or I know that I will sell, that I sold before and I know I can sell it again rather quickly. So I did get some clothes, but not there. I'll go ahead and show you what I did get at the Worldwide Consignment, which isn't a lot, but we'll go ahead and show it. Okay. The first thing that I got, I did find these mugs. Now, they're plastic. They're not Bakelite. They are a speckled form of plastic. They just intrigued me. I liked them. They are marked Majestic USA. I still haven't even looked this up. It's been 2 weeks. I still haven't looked these up yet. But I did pay $1 a piece for them, and they're a matching set. I kind of thought in my mind when I saw these that these would be a really cool thing to keep in a vintage camper. I keep talking about vintage campers, guys. I'm enthralled by the vintage campers that people are buying and they're redoing and they're making them just fun and vintage. But in my mind, I'm thinking these would be great in a vintage camper because they're plastic and they're speckly and they have a very restaurant mid-century feel. Brutus is going to ruin the whole video again. Brutus, go play. Go play. I'll let him in and he'll bark, and then he'll let back out again and he'll bark. It's always a battle. So I thought these would be great to keep in a vintage camper. I hope somebody buys these and puts them in their vintage camper. That would make my little soul happy. They'll be listed sometime soon on eBay. All right, so I did get those, and I also picked up, these are two things that I'm keeping. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there right now. But this, I paid $1 for this cute little pumpkin mug. And I'm glad that I'm finally doing this haul because this has been sitting in a bin next to my computer, staring at me, waiting for me to do a haul on it. And now I can display these cute little guys. But paid $1 for him. He's not marked. He isn't old, but he's a little pumpkin mug for $1. I buy that for my shelf. Dan made this. Dan, you did a fine job. It was also $1. Look at this. Good job, Dan. Now he's gonna bark. No, I just let you in. You can stay in now. You did a good job on your mug, Dan. I don't know, there's no date to see when Dan did his mug, but he did a good job. He did a good job putting this beautiful seafoam green at the bottom. You did a good job on your mug, Dan. I love it. This is a keeper. This is a keeper, Dan. Okay, and I only got 2 more items from the worldwide thrift store. This I kind of got as a joke because my husband laughs at me all the time because he said I have more spoon rests than I know what to do with. And I do. I like a spoon rest. I cook a lot. I like a spoon rest to go for the seasons. And I don't have a Thanksgiving spoon rest. And now I do. It's very dirty. It was $2. You can't really tell, but there's $2. But looky there. It's an Otagiri spoon rest. Not only do I not have a Thanksgiving spoon rest, I do not have an Otagiri spoon rest, but now I have both. So I'm keeping this, and I like it. And I needed another spoon rest for Thanksgiving. All right, the last thing that I got there are these cute little Santa invitations. They're made by Paper Art. They're probably from the 90s, I'm going to say. I probably am not going to sell these. I will use these as package toppers. They were $1, so there are 8 of them, so that will give me 8 packages that I can put a topper on. He just has a fun little Santa face. There's a glare there. I liked him. So these will be used as package toppers. Okay. We also went into a little antique store that was in a really cute little area, and I can't remember the name of the antique store or the town it was in, but it was in the Evansville area. And I did pick up a few little items there. I got this cute little, now, if you know me, you know I do not like clowns. I hate clowns. I've had a story. There was a clown in my childhood. I mean, it's not that kind of a story. It's just a creepy, he just always creeped me out. My parents forced me to have my picture taken with him every year at the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. His name was Peanuts. He was frightening. And every year I had to have my picture taken with Peanuts the clown. And I didn't like it. And that's where my fear of clowns stemmed from. There was no weird things going on. I just didn't like having my picture taken with Peanuts the clown. But I was forced to. And I think my parents got a little bit of fun out of it at my expense. Just saying. But I did find this cute little clown boy. He was on the shelf. Everything in the store was 50% off that day. The whole store was 50% off. So normally he was $3. Okay. So I got him for $1.50. He's marked Japan on the bottom. Maybe you'll be able to see it if it focuses. Well, he is marked Japan on the bottom. He's a cute little clown boy playing a little guitar. He's not scary. He has no chips. Why do I buy him? He isn't worth anything. I can guarantee you he probably wouldn't sell for $2 on eBay. And I probably won't list him for more than $3 in my store. But I liked him. I don't know why. This is what I do. I buy things like this. I held him in my hand and I didn't put him down. That's what it ended up being. But I kind of liked him. So I'm probably just going to keep him and put him on my shelf. He could maybe be Christmassy. He kind of has a Christmas Santa hat on. Maybe that's why I liked him. Because he's kind of Christmas Santa hat. I don't know. But I liked him. Clown boy. Okay. These next guys were all 50% off at this little place. And so I paid 50 cents for the pair. Now these are, there's the 50 cents. So they were 50 cents. They were $1, but now they're 50 cents. These are also hand painted by Becky. Becky painted these in 1981. Good job, Becky. She really did a good job. I mean, these are painted very, very well. Look at the paint job on here. Becky did a fabulous job. She outlined Santa's hands and all of the presents and put a little face on that little girl. Oh, it's kind of a creepy face on that little girl. Kind of like her. And then just the shading down there. And even, I take the tag off this one. On the back, she put little polka dots on Mrs. Claus's bow and shaded her hair. Becky, you were a fabulous painter. So I'm keeping these. I just like this stuff. And I think that they look great together. And I'm keeping them and adding them to my Santa collection. Good job, Becky. I mean, she even put little dots on his buttons. Good job, Becky. That takes some skill. Mine would not look like that at all. All right, this next thing I paid $0.25 for. It was, it's plastic, but I got it because it's Merry Christmas to all and to all good night. It's just a little thing. I think it's from like a Christmas village, like a Walmart or Department 56 village. But I think it would look cute on the shelf with my Santas at Christmas time. So for $0.25, I bought it. I mean, it's probably worth 10 cents, maybe. Probably had other things that went with it, but I thought it would look cute on my display with my Santas. And then the last thing I got is this little, also hand-painted in ceramics class, snowman. And he lights up and he says Noel. He does have his bulb. I haven't tested the bulb yet. It's got a red bulb, but I thought he was cute. These things do well for me in the shop, so this is something that I will put in my antique store for the holidays. I have a big holiday open house every year. I kind of hoard all of the Christmas things that I'm selling, and then I'll spend a week making it all Christmassy up in there, and we'll have an open house. And in the past, I've had them too early in the season because then I sell out of everything. I've sold out of all the Christmas stuff. And so people are coming in wanting to buy more Christmas stuff and it's all gone. So I'm doing it this year, the weekend after Small Business Saturday. He will be in the store. I don't know how much I paid for it. Oh, no, I do. He was $4 originally, so he was $2. He works. You ready? It's kind of hard to see because it's awfully bright in here, but he does work. So he's a working Noel, hand-painted. I'll go ahead and finish up with the hard goods that I got. We stopped into 2 Goodwills, and I bought things at both. And so the rest is everything that I got at, no. This stuff I got at another thrift store. The cutest little thrift store. And everything was so clean, and I don't remember the name of this as well. It was a very clean, and the people who were running it were so nice. We got some good stuff in there, too. We got some good clothes in there, too. But I have the clothes separate from the hard goods, so I'll try to remember when I'm going through the clothes where I got them from. But these things right here, we did get from that. It's just a little Christian thrift store. It was great. It was a great little store. But I got this little thumbprint pattern vintage picture. I got this and I paid $3.99 for it, but I got this because I have the glasses that match. So I'm going to put a set together. Probably going to put this in the shop first. I think it will look good on a display that I'm going to be doing here. I probably will do it this weekend, like a harvest display. So I'll put some fall flowers in here and make a table setting with the glasses that go with this and hopefully sell them together as a set. But it's in great condition, no flaws. So that's the reason why I picked that up, because I knew I had the glasses that go with it. I also picked up for 75 cents this cute little Old Maid card game. It's made by Whitman, probably from the 70s or 80s, but I don't know. This is probably, I haven't looked up comps to see if this is worth anything. I think I'm going to hold this back, and I do this. I'll save it for my someday grandkids, but I just like the graphics on here. Here's Milkman Mo and Arnie Angler. Do you guys remember these characters from Tumble Down Tess? I just like the graphics. Heap, Big Talk, Ballet Betty. I'm trying to find an Old Maid. Diver Dan. Where are you at, Old Maid? Oh, Careless Carrie. Hayseed Hank. I liked these. I'll have to count them to see if they're all here. Lasso Louie. Ooh, Fifi Fluff. I like her. But I just like the graphics on these. If I probably will keep these, but if I decided, if they aren't all here, I'm still trying to find the Old Maid. If they're not all here, I'll count them and I'll use them as package toppers. Oh, there she is. There's the Old Maid. Fun graphics on these. This is for 75 cents. Yes, absolutely. And they do come, this is a Whitman plastic case. You can't really tell that because of the stickers there, but it does say Whitman there on the bottom. This next thing is something that I'm keeping for a little bit. I do this with mugs a lot. I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I don't drink coffee every day, but I like coffee mugs. And I only drink coffee from coffee mugs. I don't drink anything else from a coffee mug but coffee. So why I collect coffee mugs, I don't know. I like the quirky little sayings on coffee mugs probably more than anything. But this is a new one that I'm going to keep for a little while. And I liked it. And it was 50 cents. And so I bought it. And it says, flattery will get you everywhere. It's got these cute little flowers on it. And it's double-sided. So I keep this for a little bit. And then I will move it on. It is made by Clemens Pottery. And these quirky little fun saying mugs are getting harder and harder to find. So everyone's loving the mugs. Okay. I just have a couple more hard goods to show and then we'll get into the clothing and the shoes. I did pick up a set of these canisters. They were at Goodwill. They were $2 a piece and they're a set because you know that's what Goodwill does. But they are, I'm not sure who they're even made by. I haven't even looked. Burlington. There's the bottom. But they are just these canisters from the 70s. I have the flour. There's it's like a plastic but looks like wood top. The thing that's confusing about them is the flour and the sugar canister are the same height. They're not graduating. So the flour and the sugar are the same height, as well as the tea and the coffee. They're all the same height. They're these two sizes, either big or little. But they are a set. I haven't looked up comps for these, but these are something that I will try to sell in the shop and see how they go. And then I'll bring them home and put them online. But I paid $2 a piece, even for the little guys. But I wanted to give it a try. So, but you know what? They do, the coffee and the tea canisters do stack nice. And I wonder, and then that makes them the same height as the two big ones. So I'll go ahead and do shoes. We picked up these at Goodwill. These are Merrell Gore-Tex Vibram women's shoe. These are an all-terrain waterproof shoe. We paid $4.50 for these, but they should sell for about $30 to $40. They're in excellent condition. They have just a little bit of dirt, but they really don't look like they have any wear on them at all. We have sold these before for about $35, so we knew that we were okay in getting them. And then we also, at that same Goodwill, we picked up these Keens. They're all like a water or sandal, but they are a size, they're also $4.50. What size were these? They're a size 13. So that's a big shoe. So big shoes do well and Keens do well. Maybe not this time of year, but we'll still go ahead and get them photographed and listed. But Keens, size 13, should bring about $25 or so. And so that's what we picked up. Well, we picked up that, and I'll insert a picture right here of my beautiful, glorious owl. It is a Cron owl, television owl. And I He has a little chip in his wing. I saw him in the Goodwill and I picked him up and I was like, oh, I gotta have it. And then I noticed his little chip. So I put him back down. So we paid for the clothing and the shoes that we got. We got to the car and I had regret immediately. And so I went back inside, waited in line for quite a long time, I might add, and brought home my beautiful, beautiful owl. If he didn't have his chip on his wing, he would sell for about $75. With the chip, he probably would sell for about $35, $40. So for $35 and $40, I like him. I'm keeping him. But that was a great find that day. So that's what I got. Well, I did get some more clothing at that Goodwill, and I will try to remember what it was, but let's finish these shoes first. At that cute little Christian thrift store that I love and will visit every time I go to Evansville, we got these Hoka tennis shoes. I've not sold this brand before. I've not found this brand before, but this is a very high-end tennis shoe. Looking up comps for these, I'll show you the tag. It's a little bit easier to see, but these Hoka. Looking up the tags on these, they were selling, well, they're selling new for over $100. But these will probably bring about $60. They're in excellent condition. Excellent condition. I did pay $4 for these, but these will be listed very soon. I got those, and I got these at that same little Christian bookstore, thrift store. They are these, I can't say the name, so I'm just going to show you the tag. Ontagusta, I don't know. There's the tag. Ontesuka tiger. I recognize the pattern here, but these, I paid $6 for these, so I did pay up for these, but they were selling in this condition, they're vintage, for about $120. So I need to get these listed. They're in excellent condition, guys. Such good condition all the way around. Barely look worn. So I will be getting these listed very soon. And I'm hoping that they will do me well because I don't normally buy shoes for $6, but I did pay up for these. And then we also got these. We paid $4 for these as well. They are Desert Trek Originals. Let's see in there. These are a vintage, I think they're vintage. Or they're vintage-esque, but they're a handmade leather shoe. There's the logo on the back. These also were selling for about $60 to $80. They're a men's boot, leather boot shoe. These are a size 10. So I got these for $4 as well. So we'll give these a try too. I'm going to clean them up a little bit, but they're in pretty good condition. I'll just condition the leather a little bit and get them listed as well. Okay, moving on to clothing, which I'm done with clothing, guys. I say that. I'm saying it now. And in fact, next week we're having an indie reseller, just a casual little meetup, and we're going to go to the bins, and Michelle with the bin pickers is going to be there as well. And I told her that if she sees me with any clothing in my cart, that she is to snatch it away and either put it in her cart or throw it back in the bin. Now, Michelle, if you're watching this, now if it's vintage, I'm keeping it. But if it's, I'm just going to give you the stuff because it's hard for me not to look through the clothes, but I'm not buying clothes anymore because I'm out of that game. I'm getting out of the clothing game as I'm showing you what I'm showing you now, but I'm being very picky. Okay, so I got this at Goodwill, and it was, I believe all of the shirts, unless noted, were $4.50. This one is a Disneyland Walt Disney World Originals. This was sold at the parks. It's just this polo with a Mickey on it. The reason why we got it is that it is brand new. Now, it doesn't have the original sales tag on it, but it does have that little sticker on it. It is a size medium. It has never been worn. I mean, you can tell that it is new. Can't really say that it's new with tags. It doesn't have the tag. New without tag. I don't know. But it's a size medium, short sleeve, gray, polo. Got that at Goodwill. Got this at Goodwill too. Paid $4.50 for it. And it's ugly. But it's ugly to me. It's ugly to me. It's not ugly to other people. But it is a soft surroundings. It's a size extra large. It's this beautiful brocade jacket. So it's like very Indian-esque. It's a very long, so it's a tunic style. It's fully lined with this pretty fuchsia lining. So I do like that. And it has this pretty, coiled button here. These sell for about $60 to $80 on eBay. So I will get this listed. It doesn't have any flaws on it anywhere. So it's a very pretty jacket if you like this sort of thing. I could see someone wearing it to work or to the office. And it is dry clean only. So pick that up. Okay, we got this at the Christian thrift store. Paid $4 for it. My husband found this. It is an Affliction button up. Yeah, button up. No, button down. It's an Affliction button down 2XL. There's the tag here. But it says it is black premium. It says designed exclusively for the buckle. I know that Affliction is sold at the buckle. I don't know if this will be fantastic or not. It is a size 2X, so that's a good size to pick up. It's in great condition. It's got these kind of stylized buttons on the sleeves and this embroidered back. So we'll see how that goes. It's long sleeves, so that's good. Also at that Christian thrift store, that's a bookstore again, I picked up for $6. This is an Orvis, Charles F. Orvis Signature Collection jacket. It's lined. It's got the zip. Well, I guess it's not a zip out liner, but it is lined with this breathable mesh here. Has all the signature on it. It's a size medium. And I think it's linen. Yeah, it's 80% lyocell, 20% linen. So it's just a really nice feeling coat. Very nice. So I think for $6, that was a good buy. Also picked up a pair. Oh, I forgot. I'm just sitting here thinking, it's been a while since I've seen this stuff, and there's two things in here that kind of excite me. Picked up, I probably maybe overpaid for these. I don't know. Paid $7. These are Rock Revivals. I know that these Rock Revival jeans aren't as good as they used to be. They also had a pair of Miss Me jeans, and I didn't buy those because I know that is a fad that's kind of going away too. But I have sold Rock Revival jeans before and have done well with them. So we'll see. I don't think I should have paid $7 for these. They are the Shayna size 28. They're in great condition. Even the bottom hems. I have sold Rock Revival jeans that the hems were just destroyed. And the bottom hems on these both look very good. So we'll see. Okay, I also found a pair from the Christian thrift store. These were $5. But they are these vintage bongo high-waisted mom jeans. Love these. They have a good, like a stone wash to them. They're a size 13. Made in the USA. Love them. They have got the little bongo here on the pockets. They are also in great shape. The hems on them have just a little bit of fraying there on the bottom. So I was happy to pick those up for $5. This is the pair that I got really excited over when I saw it, because they are these vintage Guess jeans. If you were a child or a teenager in the 80s or the early 90s, you know, gosh, everybody wanted a pair of Guess jeans. But these are, and there's that old label. Do you guys remember that? Little crisscross. These are a size 31. They are 100% cotton. High-waisted. They have this nice light wash to them. They're in great condition. There was one little spot on them. No, maybe not. Maybe that was on the Miss Me jeans I decided to put back. But these are in excellent condition. The hems are great. They look like they've barely been worn. So I was excited about these. So I'm going to get these listed pre-shoot. These should sell for about $40 to $50. The bongos should sell for about $35. Okay, that is all that we got from the clothing that we got from that sweet little Christian thrift store. The rest of these items came from Goodwill. Paid $4.50 for the remaining items. I got this leather vest. I do very well with vintage leather vests, and it is something that I will continue to pick up when I see it. This is a Park 5, made in the USA, size 44, and it's genuine leather. It's just a black vest. It's a good size, so 44 would be like an extra large, and it says Park 5 USA, and the back has this really cool Live to Ride patch. I don't know if this is a Harley Davidson patch or not. It doesn't say that it's Harley anywhere, but I don't know if it was like a patch that you could buy and then put on to your coat. It has been sewn on. It's not like it's just like ironed onto the leather. So I'll have to do a little bit more research on it, but it does have this really cool Live to Ride graphic on the back. So this was a great find, great size, great subject matter. So I love that. All right, this next thing is an H-bar C, which they don't do as well as what they used to. Just H-bar C Western wear. This is a California ranch wear. This is a size 30, no. This is size 16 3/4 by 33. So that would make it like a large or an extra large. But it has this nice Western look to it, and it has the pearl snap. Well, they're not. Well, they're more like just like a black enamel snap pocket. So there it is. That. I like the cuffs on it as well. All right, this one. I think this one's gonna be for me. I think I might do some kind of Western cowgirl. I don't know, something Western, just because of this shirt for Halloween. Just because I found this shirt. I am a huge Willie Nelson fan. I love Willie Nelson. He reminds me of my dad. He and my dad look a lot alike in a weird way. But I love Willie Nelson. And I found this Willie Nelson Western wear shirt. I didn't know Willie Nelson made shirts. So this fits me. It's short sleeves, Western lines here, and it says Willie Nelson right there on the chest. Pearl snap buttons. So I'm keeping this. I think it'll look cute. I'll wear it maybe after Halloween. But I didn't know Willie Nelson made shirts. Willie, you're so talented. You do so many things. All right. This next item we picked up at Goodwill because they've stapled the crud out of the tag. No, actually, we didn't find this there. We found this at the big thrift store. My husband did go look through the clothing a little bit. And I told him that, I'm not getting Harley stuff anymore. I have a bunch of Harley stuff. It's just not moving right now. And then he came over to me with this shirt. And after I gave him that whole spiel again, he showed me the front of it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get that shirt. But the front of this is amazing. And it has a woman on a Harley. And she ain't nobody's old lady. Nobody's old lady. I loved it. Look at her. She is tough. I was looking to see if there was a date on here. There is on the bottom, 1997, and it's single. I'm out of frame. It's 1997, and it's single stitched. So I said, okay, well, we'll get this one. It's a small size. It is a small. But with the graphic on, I couldn't. Harley Davidson of Crete, Illinois. The back says 1982. So, it doesn't say what is that. Yeah, it's 1982 on the back, and on the front, it is 1987. You can hardly see on these Harley Davidson shirts, somewhere along the graphic, it's kind of faded, but you will see a date down there. So you'll want to go with whatever the latest date was. And this is 1987. So that's what we're going to go with, 1987 versus 1982. The design for the shield for this place was designed in 1982. But it is single stitched. So that was a good find with that. So nobody's old lady. We also found another beautiful Affliction t-shirt. Here's the front. Here's the back. Affliction sells. It sells. We paid $4 for this shirt, and it should sell for about $25 or so. It's a size 3XL, so that was an even better score because it was a bigger size. All right, now this is also a shirt that I questioned a little bit, simply because it is a Burger King shirt. So it was worn by an employee. But it is dated 1997, so it is vintage. It's not single stitched, but I have sold 1997 The Lost World t-shirts before. Here's the back of it. This was $1.99, so I thought for $1.99 I would go ahead and give it a try. The fact that it's Burger King, I think, is going to hurt it a little bit, but we'll see. $1.99, I'll give it a try. The last shirt I got was also $1.99 at Goodwill. It's a size extra large, Looney Tunes, and it's got a Tasmanian devil. No. Wile E. Coyote on it. And he is a bona fide hustler. Look at him. He is a bona fide hustler. And I don't think that there's a date on this anywhere, but I almost didn't get it. My husband said, yeah, just go ahead and get it. So I did for $1.99. We'll see. If it was a smaller size, I probably wouldn't have got it. But I know that this Looney Tunes stuff, people are liking. I also picked up, again, I'm buying vintage pieces, and I did pick up this Daniel Philippe leather, sort of like a Western blazer. It's women's, very 1980s. These were selling for about $80 or so on eBay, and I picked this up on half price day at Goodwill for $3. So this is what I am looking for, things like that does sell, readily sell. This I also picked up on half price day at Goodwill. It is a bootleg Minnie Mouse Disney sweatshirt. I don't think that this has ever been washed. It's a Hanes activewear. It's from the 90s, so it's not licensed by Disney. So I picked that up. I believe it's a size large. That, and I'm excited about this one. This one is a vintage Screen Stars, size extra large. It's single stitched. This one is a Boston Celtics training camp. But guys, this does not feel like it has ever even been washed or worn. The graphics on the front are crisp. It is dated. Where did I see it at? Oh, I didn't see it anywhere on the shirt, but I did look it up, and I think it was dated like 1987 or something crazy like that. But this is an awesome shirt. This should sell for about $40 to $50. And I paid $1 for it at a thrift store. So guys, that was my haul and my horrible thrift with me footage. But I hope that you enjoyed it, and I need to get this stuff listed soon. I have been listing like a mad woman lately, and you need to, because it's fourth quarter. It's fourth quarter. It's here. You got to get stuff listed if you want to sell it. So I haven't gone to the thrift store at all this week, and I'm not going to until I go next week to meet up with some other resellers in Indianapolis. I'm going to try to get a little bit of footage of that, and I hope that this is a video that you enjoyed. If it is, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a message in the comments, and make sure that you are liking and subscribing and sharing my channel. That is my video for today. I hope that you guys have a very great rest of your week. I will be filming at the shop tomorrow. I'll be picking 5 more things that I'm going to be listing on eBay. So make sure that you check that out, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye. Okay, so here it is. Worldwide Mission Consignment Store. Looking at the mugs. I mean, there's like a whole wall full of mugs. These are very dishwasher ruined. We'll see if we have any better luck at Goodwill. But this is just about the cutest little Goodwill store. It's marked Mexico underneath the tag. It's $1. There's no, just like a drip glaze. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not going to get it. Being very picky. Okay, it's the day after Emma's birthday. We're going into Goodwill. The crappy Goodwill. Yeah, this is the thing that nightmares are made of right here. Alright. Just getting ready to leave. Stop. We're still visiting my daughter for her birthday. And we were just kind of recapping our day a little bit and talking about what we've done today. And we were talking about a lady that we saw in Goodwill. She was just happily just talking to herself, just talking to nobody. And I kept thinking, I wonder who she's talking to. And I was looking to see, maybe she has a Bluetooth thing in her ear. No, she's just talking. And then we were just talking about that. And I just said, did you hear that lady in there just talking to herself in Goodwill? And my husband says,
yeah, it sounds just like you at Goodwill.
Stop. But you know, it is kind of like me. When I'm filming for a video, I'm talking to myself too. So I was being a little Judgy McJudgerson and was saying that there was a crazy lady in there just talking to herself. Well, that's what I do every time I go into Goodwill, for the most part. The same thing, talking to myself. Well, I'm not really talking to myself, I'm talking into my phone, but still it's a similar thing.